Hello everyone, welcome to another video by Indigo Distributions, Level Up on Demand. My name is Buzz from the tech team, and today we'd like to talk to you about the Pulse 8 video solutions. So Pulse 8 is a wonderful solution for video distribution all throughout the house. Alright, so if you have one skybox and multiple TVs, you would like some sort of video distribution, or maybe multiple sources, multiple outputs, multiple displays, and you want some sort of solution that will be able to get all this working together, so you can watch Sky from your living room and then someone else watches the Apple TV from their bedroom. It doesn't matter. Video distribution allows you to complete flexibility in everything you actually require. Now, Pulse 8 is of course another brand that Indigo provides to you, distributes throughout the UK and Ireland. If you have any questions following this video, you are more than welcome to let us know at Indigo. Either the tech team or the sales team will be very much happy to help you. So let's begin, shall we? First of all, we have a few video matrices by Pulse 8. The entry-level one will be the Neo4 Pro. The Neo4 Pro is a 4x4 matrix. And what does that mean? Well, 4x4 means it can support up to 4 sources. So let's say a SkyQ, maybe SkyQ Mini, that's already 2, Apple TV, Roku, that's already 4, that's it. And now all those sources can be sent, their signal can be sent to the to up to 4 displays, 4 TVs or projectors. So all these TVs can share all those sources. So it's not like just the living room can only see the SkyQ now. Well, the living room can see all 4 sources, as well as the bedroom, the kitchen, or the snug, for example. All right. So how do we do that? Of course, we use the HDMI ins. So we have HDMI ins for the inputs, but outputs, you see there are 4 HDBaseT Class B outputs. Now, what does that mean? Well, obviously HDMI is such a lovely solution. One cable gives us both audio and video, but unfortunately, there's a distance problem. Okay, so the best, most active chip HDMI cables probably able to get you up to 20, maybe 25 meters if you are very lucky, but they cost a pretty penny. So instead, we use a technology called HDBaseT, meaning over a CAT cable or Ethernet. And the general gist of it is that the matrix, this HDBaseT matrix, takes the video signal and the audio signal, takes the signal, converts it from a format that the HDMI can read into a format that a CAT cable can read. And indeed, as you can see here, now instead of 20, maybe 25 meters, we can send 4K resolution up to 40 meters in length. So a round of a CAT cable, 40 meters, and 1080p up to 70 meters. Okay, so now we can put the matrix with all the sources in a rack room somewhere in the basement, ground floor, whatever, and TVs everywhere else, whether they are the first, second, third floor, maybe up to 70 meters, up to 40 meters, 4K. Can be if the CAT cable is run all the way up to the TV location, yeah, you'll be able to get that going. Now, of course, you're probably asking yourself, like, ooh, wait a minute, the HDBaseT, the CAT cable, or the HDBaseT or Ethernet, different names, but they all mean the same thing. They go all the way up to the TV, but how does the TV receive the signal? The TV can only get an HDMI input. So what you see over here right now, these 4 little crackers, it's called. Really, they have a very nice shape to them, don't they? So these 4 little, I'm gonna call them crackers from now on. These 4 little crackers are actually called receivers or Balun. So ignore what I said about crackers. The receivers are Baluns. Now these HDBaseT Baluns, what they do is, you can see here, they have an HDBaseT or a CAT cable input over here, and then an HDMI output. So there you go. It takes an HDBaseT signal and retranslates it, reforms it into HDMI. And now all you need is a short HDMI cable. You can put those flat little crackers, those Baluns, those receivers behind the TV, connect them to the TV over HDMI, and there you go. Now the matrix can offer you all those, well, in our case, 4 sources in every TV where a receiver is run to. Very, very simple. Now, a bit of a trivia. Why are these called balance? Okay, BALUN. That's because they stand for balanced, unbalanced. Don't ask me why. I know that. Please don't. And that is that for the Neo4 Pro in the Pulse 8 range. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, we have 2 HDMI outputs. Now that means they're mirrored. Now that means that as well as an HDBaseT output, there's an HDMI output. Now, what is it good for? One, maybe you have another TV, somewhere that no one really uses very much. You can connect one of these HDMI outputs to it, the mirrored. Now, mirrored meaning that whatever you see on the HDBaseT output, you see on the HDMI. So if someone is, for example, has a TV connected on the HDBaseT output, on output 1, for example, and watches the SkyQ, and then someone else is on the HDMI TV and wants to watch the Apple TV, for example, and they swap it out. That's not gonna happen. Okay, whatever you see on the HDMI, you also see on the HDBaseT output. So I'm gonna watch my TV in my living room, and immediately someone just changed the source. How did that happen? Well, that's because they were using the mirrored output. But it's good for any rooms, any TVs that aren't being used very often, or it's good for example, you can send the HDBaseT signal to the TV while the HDMI goes into an AVR to power the audio. And now you have everything going on. Of course, the AVR needs to be in the rack, and all the speaker cables need to run out to the room as well. Which is one way to do it. Another way is to actually put the AVR in the room as the same as the TV, but either way it works. All right, so that was the Neo4 Pro, and I said indeed the 4 receivers, the balance. These are called the Neo Lite. They're included in box. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna repeat myself because every matrix will have all the receivers included in the box. So an 8x8 matrix or the NeoX Plus, for example, will also have all those 8 balance in the box. So there you go. They're all included within price. So the pricing is really, really good. Neo 6A. So this is a 6x8 matrix, okay, with an added bonus for audio breakout, right? Distance is exactly the same as you can see here, 40 meters, 4K, 70 meters, 1080p. It has 6 HDMI inputs, 6 HDBaseT outputs, and sorry, not 2. That's not right. That's actually 8 HDMI outputs. You can see actually here they are mirrored. Each of those, you can see at the bottom right corner of the screen, each output HDBaseT and HDMI, HDBaseT, HDMI, HDBaseT, HDMI. Okay, so actually have up to 2. Well, funny enough, up to 12 TVs can be run through this. But of course, remember that each of these will be mirrored. So make sure you understand that. So it's good for the AVRs that we talked about, good for TVs that aren't being used very often. Again, otherwise, it's just a mirrored output. So I wouldn't recommend using it if you have a lot of TVs. Like 12 TVs, don't use it like that because half your TVs will just follow the signal as the other. 2 more things I want to talk to you about in the 6A. First of all, you have 2 extra HDMI outputs. So it's actually 8-zone matrix, not a 6-zone, but it's only HDMI, not the HDBaseT. So either the TVs that you connect to these are really, really close, or you can use a transmitter and receiver kit, which we're going to talk about in just a few slides. Don't worry about that for now. What else is very important about the Neo 6A, which by the way is a very, very new addition to the Pulse 8 range. So it's all the wonderful things and latest tech and hardware. It has audio breakout. Now, what's audio breakout? You can see actually optical and digital coax over here. All right. So what does that mean exactly? Well, that means that the matrix actually takes the audio signal and funnels it through not just the HDBaseT. It still goes through the HDBaseT, don't worry about that, but it actually goes through the optical and digital coax outputs. So, for example, if you want to have a scenario where you have a big living room with some ceiling speakers, it's not surround sound, but you still want to have the audio coming from the speakers, here's what you do. you use the audio breakout to connect the coax or the optical to an amplifier. Amplifier goes into connected, of course, to the ceiling speakers, and now you have a full audio breakout system where the audio is integrated. Sorry, the audio and video are integrated, where the video is coming out of the TV and the audio out of the ceiling speakers. Okay, not surround sound, but still a great experience for your customers. So there you go. That's the Neo 6A, up to 8 zones, maybe even 14. But again, don't use that with discretion, the mirrored outputs, because again, what you see on one you'll see on the other. The Neo 8A, right? Same thing, but with a few more inputs and outputs. So instead of 6 by 8, 8 by 10. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. Audio breakout, 2 extra HDMI outputs. You can see the audio breakout, the mirrored, everything, the balance, everything is the same as the 6A and the 8A, but just a bigger size of installation. Now for the flagship, okay? The NeoX Plus is the flagship for Neo. Okay, for Pulse 8. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, you can see the big one is the distance. Okay, 4K up to 100 meters, 1080p up to 150 meters. That's absolutely amazing. That is thanks to the ultra receivers and the HDBaseT Class C output. Okay, so better technology for compression of the video signal, which means it can go farther over the same Cat6A cable. So pretty good so far. What else do we have here? Of course, we have audio breakout. Of course, we have mirrored outputs and 2 extra HDMI. But what else is we actually have 4 audio inputs and 10 audio outputs. So basically what we have here, not just a video matrix, but an audio matrix in the same box. Okay, so save space, save pricing, it's all there for you. Absolutely amazing. So video inputs and outputs, and audio inputs and outputs, right? So both a video matrix and an audio matrix in the same box. Now, obviously, as you can see here, the audio outputs, they're RCA, they are unamplified, they're line level. So many names in this industry for the same thing. It amazes me every time. But regardless, you will probably need some sort of amplification, but regardless, it will just work. Definitely, we'll probably talk about in a later video about the Pro Amp 8, which just works absolutely amazing with the X Plus. So for your biggest systems, your most complicated, your most complex system, you want the NeoX Plus, the flagship. It has everything for you. Absolutely brilliant piece of gear. We have the NeoX Plus in our rack at the moment in Indigo distribution offices. We love it. We just love it. We have quite a few zones in the demo room, and they all work seamlessly. All right. So after all those matrices, that's great. Blah blah blah. We finished all the matrices. We have the Neo Pro 4, which is a small entry-level 4x4 matrix. The Neo 6A, which begins to have some audio breakout. We begin to have extra HDMI inputs, HDMI outputs, as well as mirrored outputs in all the outputs. Then we have the Neo 8A, which is exactly the same as 6A, but a little bit bigger. And then the flagship, the X Plus, with all these goodies in a single video matrix, audio matrix, breakout, greater distance, everything you need in a matrix, you have it here. All right, so that's us for the matrices. We'll go to the transmitter receiver kits. We have the Neo Lite, the Neo Pro, and the Neo Ultra, and you can see here what we have, all the distances and features. Now, what I will add here, all of them are super slim. They're meant to be held just behind the TV, just for you. The only thing I will add here is that in the Ultra, the Neo Ultra, we actually have audio return available. So audio return is basically if you have some internal sources in like a Netflix app, for example, or YouTube app in your TV, you can actually get the audio to connect to the Balun, to the receiver, and then through the cat cable going all the way back to the matrix, and then output it to another amplifier, for example, or an AVR. So now you can enjoy your Netflix with your surround sound. You can enjoy your Netflix with your ceiling speakers, right? So Audio Return is such a great tool for you to use. And all these transmitter receiver kits, which is a transmitter and receiver, so just connecting one source with one TV. Sorry, I didn't actually start with that. So one source, one TV being connected. Now you can actually get the audio from the TV back again to some sort of amplifier. So now you have even more sources to enjoy in a surround sound or a background music experience. So there you go, that's your balance. Let's see if we have anything else. All right, so why Pulse 8? So I made some notes here for myself. Okay, so the Ultra HD 4K is a stunning image. They love their image quality. They always make adjustments to the algorithm, and absolutely the compression is just unbelievable. So you're always going to get some stunning images with Pulse 8. CEC control is such a great tool. So with CEC, you can actually send out commands through the HDMI, okay, through the HDMI cable. So they have CC control for a few of the TVs, basic stuff, on, off, HDMI 1, HDMI 2, stuff like that, but also for the likes of Sky. So you can actually, through the Pulse 8 app, which we will show you in a later video, you can actually control your Sky Q. So it's like mini home automation, mini control system right there with a single matrix. The Pulse 8 app is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, it's for Android only at this point, but they're working on it. We have a great integration with Alexa. You just say, Alexa, do this, do that, and we're done. Cloud management is such a big improvement. Cloud management actually allows you, as an installer, to monitor remotely all your installations. We're going to see that in just a while. All the Baluns included in the box, yeah. All the receivers are in the box immediately as you go. Contextual and also a bidirectional IR. Okay, so what's IR? What's bidirectional IR? You can have your remote, your SkyQ remote, in your hand, and with the IR receivers and emitters that come in the box of the Pulse 8, you can actually send the IR signal from your remote all the way through the Balun, through the CAT cable, to the Matrix, and to the Skybox, right? And control the Skybox like that. And if you have an home automation platform like LAN, for example, LAN can send out an IR signal going through the Matrix, through the CAT cable, through the Balun, and all the way to the IR control TV, all right? So that's what I mean by bidirectional IR. It goes from us, from the TV point, from the Balun point, into the Matrix, or vice versa, or the other way around. Again, Pulse 8 is compatible with all the major home control systems, all of them, okay? Bitwise, LAN, Crestron, C4, RTI, URC, whatever you want, and yeah, bidirectional IR. So that's pretty much why we want Pulse 8. We're gonna go on and talk a little bit about, we're gonna show you the cloud management option, which is really cool. It shows you all the health of the system, and you can tell remotely what you need, how you need to fix the system. So it's always very good for us to save on those service calls. All right, let's take a look. Alright, so we are in the monitoring.pulse8.com website. Now I'm already logged into the lovely Glenn's account, which is our demo account here for Indigo. You can see here a dashboard with some updates. We have an installer ID, which will probably just for security and privacy, we will probably blur out. You can go to the account, some settings, some perks. Let's see what settings. Are there any settings? Yeah, not a lot, obviously. But what we care about is my installs. So we go here to my installs. We can see we have two. This is, of course, Bose Home. There are no products linked because there are just no products. I just created it as a demo, and you can add yourself by clicking Add New. Give it some sort of name, your customer name, customer number, and some notes if you like to, but we're not going to do that. We go into demo right now. All right, so in the demo, this is our demo room with the customers, of course, Indigo distribution. This is our contact details if you require anything from us. 1 for sales, 2 for support. But let's take a look at our products. At the moment, we only have the NeoX, and so we're gonna actually go and click on the serial number to reach it. And you can see exactly what everything we have. So with CEC, we're actually able to tell what are the products, what are the sources that are connected to. So we have a Blu-ray, a Roku, and a Chromecast. Well done us. Another input which unfortunately it wasn't able to detect. I do believe, I don't remember what it is, but there's another input which we can detect. We see the status is healthy, which is very good. All the inputs are present and healthy. All the outputs are present and healthy. Again, if we had an issue, if a customer calls you up and says, hey, something's wrong, you can go right now to your website and look at your system, look at your install and your matrices from the comfort of your own home, your own office, and say, oh, I know what it is, I can help you, blah blah blah. Again, saving you some time and money on service calls, and you know you're gonna get one way or another. So system temperature, what's the model, firmware version, and how long it's been up. Well, quite a lot, almost 2 months now. Now outputs, it can actually tell, yep, that's Sony, that's at Samsung, well done. There's a Marantz AVR. IP addresses, the information. You can reboot the unit from afar, which you like, okay? The next phone home. A phone home is basically a ping message saying, hi, cloud, I'm fine, I'm healthy. And our next one is going to be in an hour. Brilliant. What else can we see here? Inputs. Yes, each input can actually see what's up. Okay, what's the type? Is it hidden? Which videos it's sending to? Absolutely amazing. Look what you can do. The edit profile, if you want, you can change it from here, and the same for outputs. Right there you go. Is the Sony projector capable for CEC? I'm afraid not. Right? But everything else, yeah, you can tell what transmitter it has, the HDBaseT link. Are there any errors? What's the link quality? Oh, it's poor. We need to take a look at that. Like, why is it poor? Well, it could be something we need to look at. So all this information at your fingerprints, fingertips. Absolutely amazing. So there you go. We have some temperature month trends. Sometimes at the end of April, temperature rose to a crisp 42 degrees. We'll see what's up with that. But generally speaking, it just gives you everything you need. And of course, if you need to update the system, it will tell you from here. And you can actually do some automatic updates, say yes or no, whatever. So generally speaking, yeah, absolutely amazing. That's what the installation report, I don't know what it is. Oh, there you go, installation report. Just gives you a quick top-down overview. Oh, all our results are poor. When you look at that, funny enough, actually cable length actually tells you how long the cable. That's absolutely amazing. What else? Yeah, that's about it for the cloud service. You can see what a great tool, and this is of course it goes without saying, this is free. Okay, buy a Matrix, get this. All right, absolutely fine. And that's pretty much all I can show you about the cloud monitoring service. And yeah, all right, that's how Pulsate works. So you can see the Pulsate video solution offers you pretty much everything you want in terms of video distribution, especially now that we're looking at more and more video distribution solutions throughout very big and complex systems. This gives you everything you need in all sorts of level, the entry level, which is the Neo4 Pro, or even the big NeoX Plus. Hope this has been an education for you. We'll see more of you later down the line, but in the meantime, bye bye.